Good afternoon. My name is Milagros Maytin, and I'm the very proud principal of W.J. Bryan Museum's Magnet School. I've been in education for 26 years. 11 of those years have been here as principal of W.J. Bryan, and I couldn't be prouder of our boys and girls and our teaching staff. I started in education because I've always had a passion for teaching and for ensuring that students are able to accomplish the very best given whatever circumstances they have. Every child can learn, you just have to present them with the right opportunities. And here at W.J. Bryan, we try and provide all students that opportunity. Our Museum Magnet School offers students the opportunity to not only excel in academics, but also to become more culturally diverse, to be able to explore the arts, to be able to become a more well-rounded individual. My parents emigrated from Cuba to the United States when I was 7 months old. They unfortunately didn't have the opportunity to be able to study in Cuba. Both of them came into the country with basically an elementary education. And it was their priority that both myself and my brother become professionals. Education was a given in my household. It was a non-negotiable. Everything had to revolve around education. There was no parties, there was no going out, there was no friends. There was school, there was bookwork, there was homework, and then everything else was fluff. But I appreciate my parents so much because they've raised me to be the individual that I am. I'm the first in my family to graduate from high school and to go on to college. Others have followed suit after me, but I'm proud to say that I was the first. My brother became a professional as well. He's an engineer, so we're very proud of him as well. And I'm raising my children the same way. I have two wonderful children, Victoria, who's 12, and Andy, who's 7, and a wonderful husband. He's also an educator, my husband Roger, and both of us have the same values. We want our children to become professionals, to become educated, and in my household, that's a non-negotiable as well. School comes first. I've been in education for 26 years. I started as a pre-K and kindergarten teacher, and I worked my way up because my father always instilled in me, always wanting to reach higher, to go to that next step, if you're a teacher and you're a good teacher, you need to go on to the next step. At the next step, if you're an assistant principal and you're a good assistant principal, you need to go on to the next step. He inspired me to go back and get my master's degree. He inspired me to go back and get my doctorate degree. I'm almost complete with that. I started my doctorate, I did all the coursework, but life happens, marriage, children, but that's still something I owe my dad. I will get that doctorate finished for him. For me as well, but mostly for him because it's such a milestone that he wanted me to accomplish. Here at W.J. Bryan, I've seen so many children come and go through our doors, and it makes me so proud when they come back as middle schoolers or high school students and they tell me that they're doing well. They tell me that they're getting A's and B's, that they're in honors classes, that they're about to graduate from high school. Just this year, we had 3 of our former Bryan Lions that came back to do some of their volunteer hours as a prerequisite for graduation. And they wanted to know if I was going to be on the stage so I could wave at them when they come by and get their diploma. And most assuredly, I will be. I'm very proud of them, as I am of all of our boys and girls that go on to do well in middle school and high school and college. We have a couple of teachers here at the school that were former Bryan Lions. They graduated from W.J. Bryan and went on to higher education and decided to become teachers. And they're back at the school now serving the community that they grew up in. So I think that's very admirable. Well, during my tenure here, we became a magnet school 10 years ago. We're currently in our 10th year of being a magnet school. And as a magnet school, we partner with many museums across South Florida, and offer students opportunities to be able to incorporate what they see in these learning expeditions into the classroom. So it doesn't just limit them to the four walls of the classroom and what's in that textbook. Students are learning through real world applications. They're learning while they go out and see what they've been reading about. So students, for example, this year, our second graders learn about Native Americans. They were able to go out and actually go to the Miccosukee Indian Festival and see all of the different traditions, the native dances, all the folklore, the different things related to that. They were able to relate it back to what they've learned in the classroom. So it's not just what they learn in the book, they're making real world connections through our museum magnet. I'm very proud that we're in our 10th year and we've been able to maintain the philosophy. What you see behind you is all a testament to the work that the students and the teachers are doing. Our museum magnet puts on an exhibition every year, and we have the Village Gallery where the student work is exhibited, a permanent collection for the year. Next year, with new projects, we'll change out the projects. But it gives the opportunity for the students to show what they've done, to be proud of the artwork that they've created, to be able to come with their parents and grandparents and aunts and uncle, say, I did this. We went to such and such museum and we created this. So it's really a wonderful opportunity for the kids. Most of our 4th and 5th graders have been to more museums than most adults in North Miami, and I'm very proud of it. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank the North Miami Chamber of Commerce for nominating me for this award. I'm very proud and honored, and I'd just like to say you're welcome at W.J. Bryan with open arms. We would love to have you as a Bryan Lion.